trying to get back into the habit of doing this weekly. So for updates, I chopped off my hair just in time for a heat wave to come through Kansas City. Yes. And now Mouse is trying to eat my computer cord. She does that. Right now Rob's away on a bachelor party, so that's fun. I'm going to a 90s party relatively soon, and Rob came up with a great idea, because he always comes up with great ideas when he's completely trashed, that I should be a Beanie Baby, which I actually agree that's a pretty awesome idea. Other than that, not a whole lot happening. It's going to be just about a month before Rob and I go on our trip to Germany, so that'll be fun. I did make something. I made a goulash. Hold on, yeah, you have to kind of make multiple. Here it is. Da-da-da. I'm going to eat it for breakfast. But pretty much it's like a bun that you fill with something. Texas style, which is what this is generally something savory. Like I had one a couple weeks ago from like a goulash store down the street that had like sausage and eggs and cheese and awesomeness inside. I made ones with sausage and gravy inside, so that's pretty exciting. So here. Inside. So I'm pretty happy about that. Turned out well for my first go at it. What else is happening? Not that much. I'm going to go and see my parents today and hang out with them for a while. Do some like wine and cheese tasting thing with my dad. He's in full gear election mode right now because there's an election at the end of July, beginning of August. So I'm kind of randomly joining him on some of his escapades to hang out with him and my mom. He gets really into full gear, like during election season, like that's all he does. So that'll be fun. It'll be good. Good to see him. I'm also going to try to work on this jean skirt I was making. Pretty much I had an old pair of jeans that were too big, and I was like, what do I want to do with this? And I'm like, let's just make it into a jean skirt. That's a great solution. And I started doing that on my own. Then I realized, I don't have like a sewing machine or anything like to make reliable stitches. So hopefully I'm going to be able to convince my mom to teach me how to use her sewing machine, and then let me steal it for a little bit. And just randomly make up this jean skirt. Turn out well or not, I don't know. But that's pretty much all that's happening with me. Not a whole lot. At least I don't think there's a whole lot happening. Don't eat my goulash. That's mine. Well, Chairman won't eat it. She'll snip at it and walk away. But yeah, that's fun. Trying to think if there's anything else interesting happening. I really don't think there is. But I started playing a mud in it's called Achaea. It's Achaea. It's pretty good. I think that's a good mud for you to start in, because I started playing in Threshold. In Threshold, you kind of have to be a little bit better at knowing like what our valid commands are, and there's no like map or anything for you to look at, so you have to like, you know that game that we played with the trees that Jed made, and we had like people like keeping track of where we were every week by like drawing things. You kind of have to do that in Threshold, because there's no great way of seeing where you are in relation to everything else. And when you move, you have to be like, walk northwest, walk north, walk south, or something in the cardinal directions, which, as you all know, I'm not great at directions, so forcing me to use cardinal directions is even worse. You still can use cardinal directions in Achaia, but you can also be like, walk to this city, and you'll go. Or walk to some sort of landmark, and you'll just go there. So it's a lot easier. And there's also a little interactive map where you can like double click on different rooms and you'll just go there, which is nice. And then also like it just has a better setup for someone who's new to that format, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a mud with training wheels, but it's still really good and deep and interactive, which is nice. Oh, and it's free. My brother was trying to get me into one that you pay for, and I'm like, no. But it's pretty good. I'm excited by it. I think that is it. Well, I could talk about my other D&D game stuff. So, in the group I play with my brother, we are finishing up a Mass Effect game in which my character actually has a disease called brain rot, and we just discovered an Asari. Just discovered the Asari are the cure does not work on them. And one problem with brain rot is you kind of start seeing things and you get extra violent, which is really hilarious because my character's an engineer, so she's not fantastic at being violent, but she's definitely capable. So it's going to be really hilarious to see what happens next week as we close out that game. After we close that out, we're going to play a different game, because the Mass Effect game is in the Worlds format. Really simple. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about that, but it's pretty much you have like 5 stats, and all you do is roll 2d6 every time. And you have like some powers and stuff, but really simple system and hard to not understand. But then after that, we're playing a little bit more complex. Well, it's definitely more complex system I've never played before. Deadlands, I believe it is. It's kind of like Western meets like magical stuff. Not like the game I was playing long before this. But it's, I don't know, I'm like a huckster is what the class is. So I'm like a fortune teller person thing, and cards are a big deal in this game. Like you actually like use like a card deck for different things. Like I took it like extra disabilities so I could get like extra stats and stuff. And what I had to do was draw a card to see like put some extra background stuff that made me so like kind of gave me an extra level. Like one of the guys, his card actually was like, you are severely disfigured, and he is. So now he has like a completely burnt up face, like Seal, and it's kind of hilarious. I think his hand is all shriveled up too. For me, what I got was there's like a CAI type organization. I think it's called like the agency or something. And pretty much like I did something and I owe them favors. Which is hilarious because we're kind of working. I would say we're probably going to end up working against them, but I owe them a lot of favors. And what I decided, because I'm a huckster, I'm kind of like a spellcaster, huckster kind of thing. I decided I'd done some like more blood magic or something like that to some really important like political guy. And the real big problem is he's like a really well-loved and admired guy from like all sides. So if and when anyone in the party figures out about that, pretty much they're going to be angry about it, because it's going to be someone they actually care, like a political person they actually like and everything. So that's going to be a lot of fun. A couple of the other people, they like have bounties on them and stuff like that. So it's going to be a really fun and interesting game. In my kingdom building game, we ended up at some point in time, I probably didn't mention this, switching the nights we play on, which works well for me because now I don't like play on Mondays and then play on Tuesdays. So if I go out of town, it's not like 4 nights in a row that are shot. Um, so now we play on Thursdays, but I mean, one of our guys had to drop out, but we got a new guy who's going to be taking his place. He'll probably actually go with how everyone else wants to play better, because the guy who dropped out actually took the game seriously, and none of the rest of us are taking it seriously, considering there are jokes running wild about my character, like, bestiality with our horse. Like, we are not serious with this game. So I'm pretty excited for that to start back up and introduce his character in and all that stuff. That'll be good. Nothing really huge has happened in that game. We took a break from it because DM bartends at a soccer bar. So for the World Cup, we were like, yeah, you're going to be pretty much working that entire time and getting awesome tips. So we'll just reconvene once the World Cup is over. Which, by the way, Germany won. Yes. It's my second team. I did not expect America to win, so I'm going to call them. That's my two teams for the... that was my hand mouse that you just put your claws into. Anyway, that's my two teams, though, when it comes to international plays. The U.S., of course, and then Germany. So that'll be really fun. I think that just about wraps this up. So, I've been kind of scatterbrained. I didn't really have a plan going into this, like always, but, you know, oh well. I look forward to hearing back from everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing well and keeping busy and stuff, so talk with you later.